Week 9, Sunday Football Podcast. I'm Dave. I'm joined as I am every week by Anthony. How do you do?
Good. How do you do?
I do okay. Dan,
How's it going?
great. How are you?
Quite well, thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Guys, let's dive right in to our results from last week, and we'll start with the DK contest, the little 4-person contest we have each week. I believe I had like a come from behind victory in this one, if I'm not mistaken. My final player kind of put me ahead. In 4th place was Johnny Ortiz. Back to the 4th. He played Chris Rodriguez, the Washington running back. I can't believe. I wish he was here to talk to us about that thought process. He had Brock Purdy, he had
Sleeper.
Antonio Brown.
Maybe he thought it was an NFC East only tournament.
I don't know what. He played Jonnu, played Nico Collins. I think I did that too. He was very disappointing. I thought I'd get more out of him. But he had AJ Brown, he had Tyreek Hill, he had Brock Purdy, but he only had 121 points. Came in last by a pretty decent margin. Danny, 3rd place. You had CeeDee Lamb, awesome play. You were the only person who played CeeDee Lamb. What was your thought process there? What got you onto him?
I just liked him in this spot. I thought they were looking to get him going, even though he hasn't been bad this year. They just haven't really thrown like we expected him to. And it was a good matchup at home. And yeah, it worked. He stole all the touchdowns.
Yeah, he sure did. He sure did. And then you had the guts to go back with Jordan Addison for a 2nd week in a row. Maybe not to say that you played him last week, but you played him in a week after he had a big game. So you had good confidence in him at that point.
Yeah, I did. At that price, I'll like him all year. Well, not now. All year except for not all year because Kirk Cousins is there.
Yeah, the Cousins injury kind of like pulls the air out of that balloon. And you Alvin Kamara, three of us played Alvin Kamara, and he had a nice day. You went with DeMarcado, Lamar Jackson. So you went with the Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews stack, and that kind of disappointed. I think a lot of people thought they would be. But he's another one. It's another one where it was either Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews or Gus Edwards, and you chose Porter. You went Pop Douglas this week, maybe a week early on that. But anyway, 3rd place for Danny. Anthony, you went with Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown. That was probably the top scoring stack of the week for one of them. A lot of us played AJ Brown. What got you on to Logan Thomas?
Who?
Logan Thomas. Oh, okay. So it was a Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, and you brought it back with Logan Thomas, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, I knew it's the divisional games. Washington usually, or at least last time they played, they were scored on them. And the tight end situation, he's open a lot, and they're not as good as the tight end. So I took a little bit of a statistic gamble there.
What statistic gamble?
Oh wait, hold on. We got a question, Josh here. I just traded Russ and Connor for Lamar and Gerald Everett. Good trade. Everett seemed like a good addition because Kittle on a bye. Oh, you have Kittle. Well, Everett's getting some work. He's a little banged up. But
Russ
yeah, I like Lamar.
Good trade. Everett seemed like a good addition because Kittle on a bye.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I love Lamar. Compared to Russ, I love Lamar. Like, Lamar is awesome. He's the best player in that deal. As long as your running back's okay and you're okay to give up Connor and still be okay, but you must be okay at running back because Connor's been on IR for a little while. So yeah, I like the trade. I think it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, Gerald Everett. Everett's on IR though, isn't he? When does he come back? So that's going to be a wait and see. Because even if he comes back, I don't know that he's locked in. Like, top 5 guy. Oh, he's got Kittle. Oh, then yeah, Lamar. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, Everett's just kind of like for you right now.
Everett's just a bench stash.
Yeah.
But so was, well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he was starting Russ. But either way, yeah, Lamar, winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Hey, Anthony, explain this Jawan Jennings
My
play.
kid's candy.
No, I think we can understand. It's Halloween. I'm for candy. I wish I had some candy here with me. Jawan Jennings, explain yourself.
Well, Debo's out, and he was getting some targets. I thought they were going to be more productive this game, and it didn't happen.
Interesting. Yes, yeah, I was puzzled by that play. He got 0 points. That didn't work out very well. So Anthony, you had a 146.36, and for a while you were in first place. And then I kind of caught up close to you, and then I guess it was the later.
The zero probably did it, you know.
The 0 hurts. You can't really have a 0 in a contest like this. But you came in second place with the 0, so that was pretty good. But you just had the wrong low-priced options. Although I had a bad low-priced option in, what was his name? Brandon Powell.
Yeah, I had him in another lineup. Yeah, it was 3,200, but he was getting targets.
You and I matched on him. I had the CJ Stroud stack, which was very disappointing. I thought they were a lot better this week, unfortunately. I nailed Trey McBride. He was a little bit of a risky play at 2,800, but because I certainly didn't expect him to get 25 points, but I figured at 2,800 he didn't have to do much to pay off there. He was the risky play. The one I'm shocked that nobody else played is Breece Hall, because Breece Hall was only.
I had him in a few lineups. Yeah,
he's been mispriced in my opinion the last weeks, and he's smashed the last 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken. He's they just keep getting his price wrong. I think I don't know. I guess Zach Wilson has something to do with that and whatever. But I don't know what he's on the main slate this week, so he's going to be off the page and then probably be really priced up by the time we see him again on the main slate. But I thought that was a huge miss by everybody else not playing Breece Hall. I also had AJ Brown, but so did everybody else. Kamara, so did everybody else. But where I scored was the Trey McBride play where I saved a bunch of money, and then being able to play Jamar Chase in my flex because he had a really nice. And that's where Anthony, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's where I came back and went past you because Jamar Chase just kept getting catch after catch after catch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there you go. So what's the total overall standings so far this season? Who wins?
You have 3 wins. Me and Danny have 2 wins, and Johnny Boy has 1.
Okay. All right, there it is. 3, 2, 2, 1.
I should have fucking won.
What's that?
I said I should have fucking.
Yeah, you can't start a 0. Not at this level.
Dude, I came off of Shaheed too, bro.
Yeah, see, Shaheed is like, oh man, I didn't get those points, but I don't think he's a great process play because he only had.
No,
3
he wasn't.
targets.
I came off of him because he's inconsistent. He's just like the bomb play.
Right, exactly.
So I figured he was like 3,900. So I figured I was like 3,900. Maybe this is the week he gets 1 for 60 and a touchdown. You know?
Yeah. So like, I understand that it sucks not because you have. I've had it in that situation too, where I've had a guy in my lineup and I'm like, let me switch off him. But I think you had the proper thought process, so don't beat yourself up too much. Thursday night, Tennessee Titans visiting the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers are 2.5-point home favorites, hosting the Titans, who will be starting Will Levis. 36.5-point over/under. Danny?
Steelers points over.
Steelers points.
But I don't feel great about it.
Anthony?
Steelers giving the points in the over, yeah.
I'm going with Titans money line in the over.
Titans money line. Ooh. So you're drinking the Will Levis juice.
Well, I'm also drinking the Steelers aren't that great juice.
Interesting.
Their
I will
defense is good, but offense is kind of shaky.
Yeah, see, I'll go with the Titans and the points and the over because it's such a low number. But I don't love that. I don't love the fact that we're going to be subjected to watching that game. But hopefully Levis makes it fun and the Steelers make it fun. You never know. Sunday morning in Germany, the Dolphins and the Chiefs square off in Frankfurt. They said it was the first time. On the commercial, it says first time ever. Haven't they played Germany games before? What is it? Where was it last time?
London.
That's not in Germany.
London time, Germany. London
Oh,
to England.
I thought you were saying where was the last out of the U.S.
Germany is like Berlin, Munich, Frankfurt.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, do you know? So I guess the other game was in Berlin or Munich, right? Or the
You would think, or somewhere
haven't they
else.
played-
Those are just the ones that come to mind.
I feel like they've played multiple Germany games, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
I didn't think so. I thought it was just London.
London isn't in Germany, dude.
I know.
No, but he's saying he thought they've only played in London.
Oh no. They played in Mexico City. They played in Germany. They played a couple places. They're stamping that passport. The Chiefs are the technical home team to the Dolphins. They're 2.5 point favorites with 1 point over under. Now, here's what I will say. From what I understand, the Dolphins are getting out there a couple of days. They're getting out there pretty early, like Monday or Tuesday or something like that. They might even be out there now. The Chiefs are only getting out there in time to have 1 day of practice, which is Friday or something like that. So the Dolphins will be out there for a long time. The Chiefs are getting there late. And as we've learned so far from the London games, the team who gets there first usually wins. The team who gets there last usually doesn't perform as well because of the time zone stuff. Just throwing it out there. I'm taking the Dolphins, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
This
gonna
is
take
tough
the
because
Dolphins.
after Mahomes
Dolphins with the points. Dolphins with the points and the under.
I do like the under here. I feel like those out of the country games are, a little less on the scoring, but the Chiefs coming off the game against Denver, I feel like they're, in the get right game, but I don't know.
I don't know if this is a get right spot.
No, that's what I'm saying. But like coming back, it's tough. 2.5 for the Chiefs is like the lowest spread of the year. But I think I'm gonna have to just get whoever's getting points. So I'm gonna take the points and the under as well.
Danny, Daniel,
I'll take the points.
I will not be.
I'll take the points to Miami. I'll take the over. Points with
That's
Miami and the over.
More fun. Seahawks, Ravens. The Ravens are at home. They're 6-point favorites to the Seahawks. Interesting. With a 43-point over under. Danny? This is a tough one. I didn't think that line would be this big, right? I would think that it would be a little closer, maybe 3.5, 4.5, something like that. Maybe even just 5.5, but 6. It's kind of like they're asking you to take the Seahawks, right?
Right.
I'll go Baltimore line 6 and 4. What was the over? 43?
43, yeah. Ooh, interesting. Okay. I guess I understand the way you're seeing that game play out. It's just that the Ravens stifle them. Anthony?
Yeah, I go with the over here. mean, the Ravens have just been putting it on these past few weeks. Seahawks, they've been scoring. Scott Leonard Williams. Yeah, I'll take the Seahawks getting 6 and the over.
I'm going to take the Ravens and lay the points, but I'll go over. I'll go over. Yeah, that I don't know, that line feels like it's a little too much.
Tricky.
I don't know. It's Cardinals Browns. Browns are at home. Now this game, Cardinals Browns. The Browns are at home. They're 8-point favorites with a 37.5 point over under. The Browns starting quarterback is either going to be PJ Walker or DTR, and the Cardinals starting quarterback is going to be Jaron Hall. Something called Jaron. No, that's the Vikings. That's the Vikings quarterback.
That's the Vikings.
It's going to be what's the kid's
The
name?
other guy.
It's a
That's
weird name.
Clayton Tune.
Clayton Tune. Okay, so we have a Clayton Tune. Clayton Tune versus PJ Walker, Barn Burner. Clayton Tune, PJ Walker. Browns, Cardinals, 8-point home favorites are the Browns, 37.5. Danny, go.
Cardinals under.
Cardinals under. Anthony?
Browns under.
Browns under. I will 8 points. Yikes.
That's like 4 touchdowns in that game.
4 total touchdowns.
That's pretty much what 8 points is going to feel like in that game.
Oh, I see. Okay,
with those quarterbacks.
Right. That's why I'm not wondering if I believe that the Browns defense can completely just destroy Clayton.
Oh yeah, I totally think they're going to win 10-3.
Right. Can they score?
Still not 8.
Can they score more than that? Oh man, I will. God.
Pick 6 in this game, at least one.
Yeah, there you go. Defensive scores. I'll lay the points with the Browns. Yeah, there it is. You reminded me of defensive scores. I'll lay the points with the Browns, and you can give me the over in this game. No,
I'm pretty sure PJ Walker's capable of throwing a pick 6.
Under. Saints Bears. Yuck. What a mess. Saints Bears. The Saints are at home. They're 7.5 point home favorites with a 41.5 point over under. The Bears are going to be starting Tyson Bagent, and the Saints are going to be begrudgingly starting Derek Carr. Danny?
What's the over under again?
41.5.
That's right at a sweet spot right there.
I'll go Saints in the over.
Same.
Saints in the over?
Yeah. That's a little too low. They're as trash as Derek Carr's kind of been looking. Kamara's been looking great.
Yeah, I'll be with you guys. I'll go Saints in the over in this one as well. The bloom came off the rose real quick with that guy. After 1 week, people were like, "Ooh, Bagent," and after 2 weeks, people were like, "Ooh, Bagent." Commanders, Patriots. The Patriots are at home. They are 3.5 point home favorites to the Commanders with a 41 point over under. Anthony.
Commanders money line over.
Yep. That's why I went to you first. Danny?
Patriots with the points, laying the points on the under.
Interesting. I will go. I was thinking Commanders money line here as well, and I will take the over. What makes you say Patriots in this one, Danny? How does this play out?
They're home. Washington, I mean, they played everything. I think they only every few weeks they'll have a good game, but they had it last week. I just don't think they play well for a few more weeks.
Roger that. So thus the under as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be gross. I just think,
Speaking
maybe
of
it's because I
quarterbacks,
saw Washington lose to the Giants 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, nah, I can't do it.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
It makes sense. Yeah, I'm just
I mean,
curious to see what.
the Jets had to go to overtime against the Giants, and they didn't throw the ball for 2.5 quarters. They had a high school running. They had a high school running back playing quarterback,
Yeah, well, the
and it
Jets are
took
no better mistake. It just.
Well, no, but I think it
has
just
the
shows you
front-
that. But Washington, they were able to do nothing against the Giants.
Giants defense
I
has
don't
been
know.
pretty good.
Yeah, well, Tibbs is good, and Dexter.
The Commanders just put up a bunch of points on the Eagles, which are just a class above.
And they just sold half the defense today. I mean,
it's a wild situation. It's a wild situation.
That is a good point
Commanders.
about the defense they sold us.
Yeah.
No, it is a good point, but it's not like their defense was shutting people down in the first place. They're just going to have to throw more, I think. They're going to have to score more. Vikings, Falcons. Falcons are at home, 4.5 point favorites at home, 37.5 point over under. Vikings quarterback, as I mentioned, Jaron Hall, and the Falcons quarterback, we actually don't know who's going to be, whether it'll be Ritter or whether it'll be Heineke. Shitfest. Anthony?
Give me the Vikings getting the points and the under.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, Vikings and the under. Why does it seem like every game is just gross?
Yeah,
It's because every game is gross.
all the injuries too.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, Germany, yeah, Frankfurt, Miami, and Chiefs. Like, oh, this is dope, and then it's just like awful, shittier. Oh, you thought that was bad? Wait till you hear this. And it's just every game is
quarterbacks in the league right now. There aren't even 32 good quarterbacks. Let's start.
I think it's going to be a Madison Akers.
It's going to be a rough week.
Yeah, no,
tough.
So I'm going to take
for a fun DFS
and lay the points. By the way, yeah, exactly. So the ownership should be kind of flat.
I'm
going to lay the points with the Falcons here, 4.5 points. The Falcons are not a bad team. They're just they just play bad football and win games. The Falcons are confounding. There's no doubt, but they're going to win this game. Because their backup quarterback their regular quarterback is a backup quarterback. So them having to do a quarterback switch, I don't think takes away from it. Could actually be an improvement for the pass catching options. I think the big thing is not whether Ritter or fucking Heineke plays, is whether London plays. I think that's the bigger question. But I'll take the Falcons here, and you can give me the over. Because it's so low, but I don't feel good about it. Texans at home, hosting the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are 2.5 point home favorites, 40 point over under. Danny.
I'll take Houston and the over.
Anthony.
I'm going to take Tampa Bay money line and the over.
Interesting. I'm going to take Tampa with the points, and I'll take the over as well. So Houston, Danny, explain Houston to me. How did they lose last week to the Panthers, and now they're going to beat the Buccaneers? How's that
Houston,
happen?
we have a problem.
They're going to be home this week. And they're 2.5 point underdogs?
No, they're favored.
Oh yeah, 2.5 point favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they went by 3. I mean, not like Tampa's any good.
Tampa's been spicy.
So was Houston up until last week.
Yeah,
they're not good, but they've been competitive.
Yeah.
They're not good though. But I think. But the thing is, Houston is in the same boat. In my opinion, they're not good. They've just been competitive.
Yeah.
They've lost a lot of games. They just lost. They had a bad loss last week where they didn't look good. I don't know. I'll take the Buccaneers here. Mike Evans didn't. This is going to sound stupid. Mike Evans didn't get traded. They're going to do everything they can to get this guy 1,000 yards, which means they're just going to be firing the ball. I think they're going to try and score points. This team. So I'm going to be the Buccaneers. I'm just going to keep betting on the Buccaneers. Maybe that's not true. We'll see. The Rams. Here's one that I don't get. The Rams. No, okay, never mind. I take it back. Now we get it. Rams, Packers. Packers are at home. 3-point home favorites. 40-point over under. Rams quarterback is going to be. I do not know who the Rams quarterback is going to be. Do you guys know?
No idea.
The Packers is Jordan Love, and that's not necessarily a good thing. But that's who at least they know who it is. Who's the Rams quarterback? Jeez. It's going to be Brett Rippon. Brett Rippon, right? The son of Mark Rippon. We talked about that. So, Anthony, where are you on Packers Rams?
Packers have not been looking good at all.
No, they haven't, but the Rams just lost their quarterback, and that's the reason why they're
they got that swing. They got the old Matt Stafford swing here. Who's home again? I'm sorry.
The Packers are at home. 3-point favorites. 40-point over under. The standard home 3.
This is
gross.
It's abysmal.
Because you don't like to bet on the Packers, but it seems like you should because of the backup quarterback situation, right?
The backup quarterback situation, and even so, give me Greg. You know what? No, give me the Rams getting 3 in the under.
Danny?
Rams over.
Rams and the over. Interesting. I will take the Rams and the under. I was considering Rams money line here. Still considering it. Colts, Panthers. Panthers are at home, coming off a big win, their first of the season. They're 2.5-point home dogs to the Colts with a 44-point over under. We know the Colts like to put up points. Danny, where are you on the Colts? You seem to have a pretty good feel for them.
I'll take the Colts because they got to win a game, and I'll go with the over just because every one of their games has been a lot of points. I mean, even they played the Browns and there was like 70 points.
Yeah, that was a wild one. Yeah, I'm gonna agree and go with the same thing.
Yeah, make it 3. Colts.
Hey, and their defense, almost every game they play in is fun to watch. In a season where we've gotten a lot of duds.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. They're fun. It's fun football. That's sometimes the most important thing. Dallas Cowboys. This is now speaking of fun football. Shit. The Dallas Cowboys visiting the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles are 3-point home favorites with a 46-point over under. Interesting. Danny, you first.
Eagles over.
Wow. Quick. Anthony?
Well, I'm kind of shocked that this line's 46 for these two teams. I thought this would have been one of those ones that's around the 50,
Defense is good too.
You're taking the over, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm taking the over.
I also will be taking the over because I like fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take Dallas. I'll take the Eagles. I just think they're all around a better team. Not much, but a better team.
Yeah, you can give me the Eagles. I'll lay the 3 points. The Eagles,
I'm surprised they're not. Yeah, I'm almost surprised they're not bigger favorites.
Oh, yeah, if there's anybody that could stop AJ Brown, maybe I'll consider
it. Yeah, the limit does not exist on AJ Brown's greatness, but he's just so goddamn fun to watch, man. He reminds me so much of T.O. It's incredible. It's so fun. He's so fucking fun to watch. Yeah, I mean, CeeDee Lamb is going to be for the Eagles to deal with. Also, that should be a good game. We deserve it because a lot of these other games are crap. Giants Raiders.
Crap.
Raiders. Yeah, speaking of crap, the Raiders are at home. They're 2-point favorites. Disrespectful because I think we don't know who the Giants quarterback is going to be right now. 37 and a half point over. It seems like it's going to be Daniel Jones. Is that what you said, Anthony? Daniel Jones? Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you like in this game?
I like taking a nap during this game.
Same.
But the Cowboys and Eagles will be on.
Yeah, you'll be watching that game instead.
Yeah, just because I love football and I hate those two teams, but I would still watch it. Man,
It's gonna be a good game.
This is a tough one because the Raiders have just been horrendous as well as the Giants. But the Giants showed what the defense can do, and
Just
so I'm
go ahead and
definitely
pick the
taking
Giants on the
under.
money line.
No, I'm not. I'm not taking the Giants on the money line. I'm taking the Giants getting 2 points and the under because
Okay,
they're
Danny.
usually pretty good at like losing right at the end of the game. So I could see like, like a 14-13.
Yes. Same. Giants with the points and the under.
Interesting. Yeah, the Raiders stink. They stink. I'll take the Giants with the points and with you guys, and I'll take the under. It's gonna be gross. I'll be watching the Eagles and the Cowboys also. I'll be tuned in.
Yeah,
Sunday night.
Everything is trash.
Sunday night. Buffalo Bills, Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals 2.5-point home favorites. 48.5-point over under. This should be another good one. We get a good Sunday night game. Danny, where are you on this one?
I'll take Cincy in the over.
Okay, Anthony.
Yeah, I'll take Cincinnati in the over here. The Buffalo Bills their window is closing. They're looking like what, not as much as what we said about the Vikings last year, but like a little fraudulent,
Huh.
And a healthy Joe Burrow and these Bengals. Give me those two. You could take those 2.5 points.
I will lay the points with the Bengals as well, and I'll take the over as well. I'm sort of stunned by the window is closing comment. That seems wild to me. Josh Allen's still pretty young.
I'm talking about on their Super Bowl, every year we're saying, oh, they can make it this year, they can make, and it's just, all right. Well, no, I think that opportunity is, starting to not be as good as it was like every year. I don't know. This is not the team that they talk about each year.
You're getting Bills fatigue. You're finished with
aren't
the
we
Bills.
all?
You're sick of their shit. No, I just think they're having a down year. There's no doubt they're having a down year, but I wouldn't say the window is closing. That's hey, look, that's a bold take. I like it. That's what we're here for. Bengals in the over. Monday Night Football. This is what we're here for, boys. Chargers, Jets. Yeah. The Jets, what could have been is not. We have instead Zach Wilson. Monday Night Football hosting. The Jets are 3-point home dogs. 3 points to the Chargers with a 41.5-point over under. Anthony, your Chargers?
My boy, give me. Let me look at those Chargers. Chargers laying the 3 and the over. Chargers defense is pretty bad. Breece Hall could run up, and I think Zach Wilson could muster up a couple passes to Garrett Wilson. So give me them boys.
So Chargers in the over, you said?
Mm-hmm.
And Danny?
Mm-hmm. Chargers on the under.
You can give me, in honor of Johnny, who's not here right now, you can give me money line
What?
Jets. Money line Jets.
Oh,
We even got the dollar signs.
And I will take the under. If it's a money line Jets, it's got to be the under. So there it is.
Yeah, you have to.
yeah. If you're choosing it for sure, let's just shut down D.
All right. Let me see. Are you guys ready to do your 3-pick parlay?
Oh, I already got it, bro.
Bro.
I already got it. You ready?
Yes.
Moneyline Madness, as always. And this one, I'm feeling it in my jellies. Tennessee Titans, moneyline. Commanders, moneyline. Buccaneers, moneyline for a plus 1107.
And okay.
Oh, my turn.
Right, give me 1 second. I have to log in.
Dave's playing it right now because he likes it too. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, no, at the studio, I have to do it on my phone. I have to do the picks on my phone. I won't do it on my laptop for some reason. Danny, go ahead.
Eagles. The over of the Eagles Cowboys game. And Arizona getting 8 against Cleveland.
So wait, was it 2 picks in the Eagles game?
Yep.
So Eagles and the over, and then what was the other one?
Arizona.
Arizona getting 8 points. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So that is okay. 3-pick parlay is plus 556.
That's all right.
Eagles over Cardinals. Got it. Cool. And then my 3-pick parlay is going to be some fun here. We'll go moneyline Dolphins, moneyline Jets.
Moneyline Dolphins, you said?
Yeah, Dolphins.
Nice.
And I will lay the 4.5 with the Falcons. So it's a plus 882.
All right.
There you go.
Locked in. All right. We had 2 viewers. We currently have 1 viewer. So whoever's watching, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you have any comments, put any. This is your last chance for questions and comments if you're there. If you're watching, anybody. Fellas. Oh, we didn't talk about this on the show, but we should shout out. We should give Danny some credit because a couple weeks, 2 weeks ago, Danny, or a week and a half ago, you hit a showdown.
Yeah. Yeah, 1,800.
Nice. That was that. Congratulations, first of all.
Nice.
We didn't talk about it on the show. My question about that, so that maybe we could figure something out, is what made you choose that game? Like, what? It's like a game selection question. Like, I know, so it was a $9 game. It was like a $9 game that you played.
Yeah, well, no, it was a couple contests that I had the same lineup entered in. It was like a 5, a 3, and a 1. And I just looked for tournaments, and usually there's like the $12 ones were taken. So I did I did 2 lineups. I did a couple of $5 lineups. I'm like, oh, let me enter it in a $3 lineup too. And then I had a couple crowns, so I bought a couple of the $1 lineups too. And then both of the lineups ended up hitting, although obviously one of them hit for more. My 2 captain picks were Kamara and Anthony. So that was all the points were pretty much the running backs. And then the one that hit for all of my big money, I had Taysom Hill, who ended up scoring a touchdown. I forget who else, but like all the touchdowns were in my lineup, which is kind of what you need in a captain showdown. It's not like ownership's obviously going to be very high.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have as many ways to differentiate.
Yeah.
And I think I told you guys about the Megalo Bowl that I'm in, a big giant tournament that I'm in.
Yeah.
That from the podcast. There's like 20,000 entries, and after this past week, I'm now in 15th place. I moved up from 54 to 15.
Nice.
So far so good.
Yeah, I wish I had something cool like you guys. I'm in first place in a best ball.
Well, that's good. I checked out my
There you go.
my lineups today after you talked about it, Anthony. Last week we talked about it briefly. I'm in a couple first places as well, like the puppy and stuff. I have a couple of lineups that are live in the puppy. So,
Ooh, live in the puppy.
we're hoping. Yeah, I drafted a lineup. I had a lineup that drafted Kyron Williams in. It was like
Nice.
my last pick in the draft was Kyron Williams. So like there's been a couple lineups that I put together that had some pretty decent hits in it. I have a lot of Jahmyr Gibbs, which is good. So you never know.
I had this
So far,
one
so good.
lineup that I was after this week. I was in second by points. Right, my 2 quarterback. I only have 2 quarterbacks. You know who they are?
Who are they?
Just guess one.
Lamar Jackson.
No. Kirk Cousins, Anthony
Kirk
Richardson.
Cousins.
Oh no! Good night. See you
Uh,
later.
yeah, because like
That's-
everything
yep,
else,
dead
was
lineup.
bang, bang, bang. Like because I had Kamara, I have McCaffrey in this one, so I have that 1-2 stack. I think I have CeeDee Lamb. No, I don't have CeeDee Lamb. That was wrong. Different
Well,
one.
it doesn't
But, like,
matter.
It was, like,
Don't tell us who you have because that lineup is dead.
oh my
Nobody
god,
cares.
such a shame. Such a
That
fucking
lineup is
shame.
dead.
Finished.
Cried for me.
So that's part of it. That's part of it. You're picking your nose. Oh, you're
Me?
picking your mouth. Yeah. Looks like you're picking your nose right there.
No,
We're live
all this
right now.
all this fucking
I'm about
candy,
to-
bro.
Talk to the people, and you're picking your nose over here. Jeez.
No, it's the candy. All the
Sorry.
kids' candy I'm eating.
Thanks for tuning in. If we have no more questions from the gallery, start sits, ad drops, things of that nature. Thank you very much for tuning in. We usually do this every Wednesday night, but tonight, because we had some scheduling, we had to do it on Tuesday night. So happy Halloween to everybody who's watching, if you're out there. And
I should have dressed up.
yeah, I was thinking about it, but then I was like, nah, I don't want to be sitting in a costume for the whole time. It would be really annoying. And plus, a
For
lot of
sure.
people maybe some people who are watching this aren't even in the United States and not even doing Halloween. So there you go. Yeah, so that is the show. I will see you guys next week, where it's always Sunday.